Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. How are you today, beloved? Um, it's been a minute, a few days since I posted anything, but I believe the last thing I posted, I was trying to remember shadow work was the word shadow work, doing the the hard work of facing your trauma, whether it came in your childhood or your adulthood. But shadow work was the term I was describing that I was led into because of the triggers, these flashes and memories that were suppressed that were coming back. And uh, it all started with grief, having experienced seeing the loss of my mom and the grief and the turmoil from the relationships with myself, with my faith, with my siblings, with my son. It just all took its toll. And my escape was, okay, I'm tired of being lonely. Let me try to date. Let me try to find some companionship, somebody that I could go to movies with or art shows with, or somebody that I could just relate to outside of my circle, so I can have a vent, a person to share my reality with. The problem was finding somebody that didn't want to be intimate, that didn't want, the sexual intimate part of it. I just wasn't feeling that, not feeling that. And sure enough, I started going out and making myself available and trying to find somebody that, had the same vibe I had, just a companion to go places with and do things with and, to share with. But they say one thing, but it means a total another thing. So when we would get to the point of where they would want to cross the line and try to be intimate, it everything fell apart. I just was not interested, and I the point came where I felt like I was being too hard on myself. Oh, you need to loosen up. You've been alone too long. Relax. You really like this guy. Let's just give it another shot. Let's try it. See what happens. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try and be open to romance, to intimacy. Nope, my body said, girl, this ain't it. Nope, 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 don't do it. And so I didn't do it. And uh, I started having these convulsions, anxiety, I thought I was having a heart attack. And I was like, this ain't it. And it happened multiple times. It was like every time I had made up in my mind to try to open myself to be intimate with the person, um, I my body would react. I would it was like I was having palpitations, anxiety. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was having a heart attack one time. And none of these cats was like, "Are you okay? What's wrong? You want to sit down? Do you need a drink of water?" Mm-mm. Mm-mm. The reaction was not that. And I was like, "Look, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm just not led to do it. I don't feel to do it. It's not in me. I can't do it." But so I was like, "Okay, you need to see somebody. Something's going on because you are having these um, triggers for a reason. What is it that's making you have these triggers?" And they only happen when you decide, "Okay, I'm going to try and be intimate. A kiss is not going to hurt. A hug or, flirting, necking." Mm-mm. It always brought on an episode. And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to do one of them Reiki sessions where, you get the healings and find out, what's blocked, check your chakras." So I decided to do that. And that's when I started getting results. I started figuring out what the problem was. I went to see Reiki, have a Reiki session, and she said some things while we were talking. I could see that she was getting information, that she was seeing and sensing and feeling things. And the morning before the session, it dropped in my spirit that to tell this woman, whatever it is that you come up with, you need to reveal it to me because I need to know it. And I'm sure she could feel my energy because I could feel her energy. I could feel that something was off and it disturbed her, and she didn't want to share it. So she was saying some things that were spot on. She was revealing some things that made me remember what some of these flashbacks were memories. And I was remembering what the incidents, the trauma was. And my interest was, when did all of this start and how did it start? And that's the thing she was picking up. And she was like, I said, "Listen, whatever it is you have to tell me," it dropped in my spirit this morning to ask you 3 questions. And one of the questions is and one of the, to tell you one thing and ask you three to ask you 3 questions. So that was one of the things. And she was like, "I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. I just want to clear some energy first." And she did it. She did that, and you know, took a few breaths or whatever, and asked for clarity and the wording, and she revealed 909. She revealed it to me, and it was devastating, and I can understand why it was something that was suppressed, and but it didn't. It didn't. I don't know. I was very. I was hurt. I was disappointed, but I wasn't shocked. It wasn't like. It was like a part of me knew it and just suppressed it, and it freed me up for a lot. I felt like weight had been lifted. But now I had some more work to do on top of all of the work that I was already doing. It just opened the door for more work that I needed to do. So now I knew where the root cause was that led me to make the decisions that I made that caused me to stay in the dysfunctional thinking and behaviors as long as I have. And it explained the narcissistic abuse and the codependency. It explained those things to me. It made sense. It put all the little pieces together. And I understood why my parents were broken and hurting and why they didn't know certain things. And it's because it was traditional. It's because their parents were broken and hurt and addicted, and it's just a cycle that passes down to you. And because of the addiction and because of the traditional vices of religion, that their best way of dealing with it was to suppress it and put their focus on loving other people, serving other people. Uh, Despite how they felt, they never were able to look at themselves, to take a look in the mirror at their own pain, or how to deal with it, address it, or discover it, where it came from. They were just taught the same thing their parents were taught. Just serve, just heal other people, love other people, just looking up all the time, never looking inward, never applying the things that you're giving to others, never applying those things to yourself, to ourselves. And I would have to say that spirit raised me, because I always knew, even as a child, that my parents were sad. My mother was sad. She was unhappy. My father was angry and in pain. And they were both very young and came from broken homes, and they were two broken people that came together. And even in their brokenness, the two of them did not make one whole person. So they had children. And of course, they passed on their brokenness to us, as did their parents before them and their siblings. 1313. So I had an understanding. I saw from a very young age the pain and the dysfunction. I just did not know what it is, being the child that I was. But I had an understanding of certain things that I just knew. And my aunts and uncles and, mostly people from my mother's side, they used to call me Cookie all the time. And they was like, Cookie, she's an old soul. She been here before. She know things that she shouldn't know. She's got wisdoms that she been here before. And that's the part of me that I always wanted to explore, that I was drawn to. But on my father's side, he was a PK's kid. His mother was a pastor and a missionary and an evangelist, and she used to go on trips to Africa and stuff like that. She did a great work, a great ministry. But she too was abused, neglected. She had a hard life. And religion was her salvation. It was the thing that brought her up, lifted her, and caused her to be successful in her business. And she did daycare, and she worked in school cafeteria. She was always giving and serving others, and that was her way of coping with the dysfunction that she came up in. And it helped her, but it didn't help her family because a lot of them resented the church because she put it before them. Um, and they didn't understand that that was her way of survival. And in doing that, it caused them to just sink deeper into their dysfunction. So anyway, long story short, that's the dysfunction that is in in my genealogy, in my ancestral line, and I have recognized it. Um, I am correcting it. I am healing it, and I'm just looking forward to the let go, the woo side of it all. I'm in the woo part, and I'm looking forward to the sa, the exhale, the release of it all. And I just have this revelation within myself that everything that the world has given me has uh, given me the desire to be everything other than what I was born here to be. And society, the world, and the religions of the world, they teach you that you come here to reach paradise. You come here to live this life of trial and tribulation looking for perfection. I believe we come here already perfected, trying to change the process of the dysfunction that's already here. I believe that man has monopolized God's creation and manipulated it and uses it as a tool to control us, to oppress us, to make us feel like we're striving for perfection instead of coming from the point of perfection. That's what's wrong with everybody. We all trying to become something other than what we are here to be. And I am free. I was born free, and I'm going to die free. And you already have everything you need in you. Everything you need to be who you are meant to be, you already possess it. It's already in you. You just have to shed what the world has pressed onto you. This world wants us to believe that we're imperfect. And in that imperfection, I want you to know you are already perfect. You came here to change the world, and instead the world changed who we were. And I just hope everybody get free and just learn to love you for who you are, because you're already perfect. You came here to change this world, not be as the world. So get free, beloveds. Be free. Be honest with yourself and with those around you who you love. And listen to what your body is telling you. It's a signal, it's an antenna to spirit. And it's letting you know everything you need to know, but you got to trust you. You got to Trust yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself first. Not your neighbor, not your children, not your husband, not your significant other. Love yourself first. You can't help anybody else if you're not present, if you're not clear. Love you first. Pray. Talk to God. Talk to the Spirit. The Almighty, all-knowing, ever-present Spirit. And meditate. Sit. Be still. And listen for the answers. They're going to resonate within you. So, with that being said, peace be unto you. Blessings, joy, and light. I'll see you in the future.